Well, hi Taurus! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It is time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started. Let's find out for Taurus, what can you expect coming up in your lives? Taurus. Any advice is so welcome for our Taurus people. How will all this shake out in the end here? What's going on for Taurus? Wow. The Empress can be your card. It's for Libra or Taurus. Okay, let's see what we have that came out here. I put them down in the same order that they come out of the deck. Wow, you've got somebody in your life that runs in and out. They're not stable, they're not secure. They're wishy-washy. Okay, we have most of the cards we need for the second part of the reading. The Knight of Wands surrounds the entire reading, Taurus. Wow. Okay, so this is unsettled energy. This can be somebody who runs in your life with a staff of fresh starts, new beginnings, and runs out with a staff of passion. This can be someone who is very ungrounded, very unsettled, in sort of a fly-by-night. So let me find out, why is this Knight of Wands surrounding your entire reading this week? Up here in your highest energy is the King of Wands. That's a far cry from the Knight of Wands. Maybe this is your energy. Maybe you're the one that's changing. I don't know. Let me keep reading. But what you're doing here, being in your highest energy, is you're holding a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings for reals. You're not running out with a staff of passion. And you have your other hand on your hip, so you're ready to move forward. You're ready for changes. You're ready these are the two strongest energies in your whole reading. Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. Let me keep reading. I need more information here. Up here in your highest energy line is the Nine of Swords. And this is next to the King of Wands and right above the Knight of Wands. This is being up in your head. These are thoughts of truth, thoughts of clarity. I think this is you that's making a change to your life. I really do. It's because this Nine of Wands is sitting right between the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. I feel like you're like taking a hard look at yourself. Wow. And that, I don't usually get readings like this, but I feel like these swords of truth and clarity are coming to you in your quiet times alone. You're like, what am I doing? What am I doing? So you're up in your head. Swords of truth and clarity in your quiet times are coming to you. I have this toxic energy right next to that Nine of Swords. This is the card for Capricorn only because of the horns. And also, I forgot to point out, the King of Wands, fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But I do have the Devil on the other side of the Nine of Swords. Card for Capricorn, which also might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. But this is all about toxic energy. This isn't like being tied to people who are tied to something else, or you are tied to something else, and just making relationships toxic. I feel like it's you that's going through a change. You're changing. You're growing intellectually. You're growing maturely. In trying to settle down and look for something real. I have the Nine of Cups under the King of Wands and next to the Knight of Wands. Well, the Nine of Cups, you have a lot of love you could offer, but you haven't been, okay? I can see this. Look, 9 cups, but they're sitting on the shelf behind you. You have your arms crossed. It's like, oh no, I'm not handing out my love. I'm just going to hang on to that as long as I can. But it feels like you're changing your mind about this. You're thinking maybe love is better than not having love. On the other side of the Knight of Wands is the Star, the card for Aquarius. So Aquarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the energy, oh my goodness. And this is under that Devil card next to that Knight of Wands. This is healing. Healing, deep, deep, deep spiritual, right down to your bare bones. Right down to the bare essence of who you are. It's like seeing your own reflection in that pool of water and remembering what you want from life, what you don't want from life, what's important, what's not important in life. It's a very deep healing card. And it's next to that Knight of Wands and under the Devil card. I feel like you are making a transformation if this is your reading. Okay, this is a general reading. If it doesn't resonate with you, then I would check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self, or get a private reading from somebody that you trust. But for this week, for Taurus, this is how the reading's going. I have the Five of Wands under the Nine of Cups. This is a lot of anxiety, stress, confusion, mental stuff going on here, fighting in your own mind. If you got that Nine of Swords, same thing is practically going on. But this is about, you know, whether, because you're hanging on to these cups of love. It's right under the Nine of Cups. There might be somebody in your life that might be changing your mind. I have another half of the reading to go. Let's find out. I have the Page of Swords, and you're like, you know, you're ready to, you're on guard about your own behavior, about your own ways that you've been, male or female. All the cards are male or female, okay? You have your sword up, and you're also looking at this Five of Wands, your struggles, your mental struggles here with what's going on in your life. You know, healing and, you know, realizing that, you know, changing is a lot of stress for many people. And you have your sword up. So your sword's up in self-protection. You're not swinging it, really, but you're on guard, and you're very much aware now of your own actions and those around you. Right next to the Page of Swords is the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is under the Star, that healing card. I feel like you just kind of been used to having third parties, or, you know, dating whoever you want, running in and out, not being settled, people wanting relationships from you and it not working out. It's a black card because there's always something else going on in your life, someone else maybe going on in your life. You're healing from all this. Something had to have caused you to want to make a change. This is almost like guilt, you know, this Nine of Swords. It's like, what have you, it's like you're thinking, what have I done? What have I been doing? What's wrong with me? Hang on to these things. Okay, I need a couple more cards for the second part of this reading for Taurus. And I got 3 of them. Wow. Okay. I'm going to take an angel card out at the end of this reading. So Taurus, I have the Six of Pentacles next to the Devil card. Six of Pentacles is about breadcrumbing. So, you know, when you have this toxic energy of the devil as part of your existence, breadcrumbing comes natural, okay? This is not feeding relationships enough to give it a chance. And it throws scales off balance. And as a matter of fact, I think it's starting to throw your scales off balance. I think you're done breadcrumbing. I think it's getting to you. I feel like it's really getting to you. And you really need to make a change. I have the Queen of Swords next to the Six of Pentacles. And the Queen of Swords is air, so that would be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But with the Queen of Swords, male or female, this is all about speaking your truth and asking for truth. So that sword is all about conversation, and it's all about truth and clarity, just like the swords with the Nine of Swords going through your mind. Yeah, you have your hand out right towards the Seven of Pentacles. So the 6 is on one side of the Queen of Swords, the 7 is on the other side of Pentacles, on the other side of the Queen of Swords. This is, you know, really actually, you've been waiting for the right person to come along in your life to make you want to settle down. And I feel like someone's coming in or has come in that is making you rethink your actions and the way that you've been. These are pentacles that have not come to fruition. It's a bush that has budded but it hasn't bared fruit. So it's like time ticks, ticks, ticks. So I feel like you are ready now to let the bush bear fruit. Instead of just, you know, it's almost like you weren't cultivating it. It's almost like you weren't doing anything to help it bear fruit because you had this other life that you're getting ready to put behind you. You're getting ready to be more serious about life and how you're treating others, you know, whether it was intentional or unintentional. You know, like trying to do your best to give your full self, you know, to somebody. Let me just keep reading. I have the Strength card under the 6 of Pentacles and next to the Star. The Strength card is the card for Leo, so Leo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But there's the infinity symbol. That's a symbol of intuition and knowing. So you're going to know what to do, and you are going to find the strength and the courage to do it. Now this comes with your healing, and it has to do with how you're treating other people. And you're making changes in your life. This Strength card is right next to the Empress. Empress is right under the Queen of Swords. So Empress can be Libra or Taurus. Being under the Queen of Swords, it could be Libra, you know, in your chart or in someone else's. But Taurus is definitely, this is your reading. And male or female, let me tell you what kind of person that you are. When this card comes out, you are kind, you're thoughtful, you're considerate, you're generous, you are loving, supportive. Oh, I can go on and on. You have so many great, beautiful qualities that make you who you are. Now, I feel like this Knight of Wands was not really in your character, but that's how you were being, how you know, trying not to settle down, for whatever reasons. If you're a parent, you're a good parent, or there could be pregnancy around you someplace. Now, you are going to find the strength and the courage to become you, the person that you know that you really are and can be, okay? I do feel like you're transforming from a more sort of an immature type energy of and selfish and kind of, I hate to even say this, I read them how I see them, okay? but it just feels like you're growing and you're wanting more from life now, and you're becoming much more mature and much more you know, future thinking than you were with the Knight of Wands. Is just day by day, you know, moment by moment. I have the Hangman next to the Empress and under the 7 of Pentacles. I think you are really getting ready to settle down, and you're really thinking that you're tired of the old life and you want this other life now. You're ready. You've sown all the seeds that you can sow, and you are ready to settle down. So it's next to the Empress. This is like just kind of hanging out there and being enlightened. And I think that's what's happening, is you're being enlightened about some things in your life, and you're ready to make changes to them. You're ready to let, this bush become, to blossom, to bloom. And you're ready to become this full, beautiful self that you are, male or female. I have to keep saying that. I have the Ace of Wands under the Strength card and next to the Three of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands, there's your fresh start and your new beginning that the whole reading started with the King of Wands. And also the Knight of Wands. You would run in with that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, but you would run out with the staff of passion. This is all about fresh starts and new beginnings. It's like really pay attention to these wands, the Ace of Wands. And that is what you're finding the strength and the courage to do, is have this fresh start, new beginning, away from these, these relationships just turn out to be a bunch of arguing, a bunch of fighting, bickering. It's because of the way you were. Because they always wanted to be more grounded, and you weren't willing to contribute enough to ground any relationships. But you want to now. Now you are like ready to move forward in a different way. You have the Ace of Cups right next to the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Cups, you have a huge cup of love. The Empress. The Empress is you, whether you're male or female, and you have this very huge cup of love that you can offer to someone. Remember, you've been just kind of sitting that love on a shelf behind you. You want to be able to hand it out now. So, but you want it to be an equal exchange for sure. So I feel like you're ready for this fresh start, new beginnings. You're ready to find somebody to love and to actually see what that feels like, rather than all this other, energies that they don't serve you really, and they don't serve others anyway. It's just somebody who doesn't want to settle down right here. And now you do. You're looking for that fresh start, new beginning. And I have the Two of Swords next to the Ace of Cups and under the Hangman. And also the extra card that came out was a Knight of Pentacles. So the Two of Swords, having your heart guarded, okay? So you haven't been handing out your love, not really. And you're blindfolded, so you don't really want to deal with that kind of thing because you don't want to end up with a broken heart. Your swords are up. You're just guarded. And you didn't want to deal with it. You didn't want to deal with handing out any pentacles. You didn't want to be grounded. You didn't want to make any offers of commitment, security, or stability. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the whole deck. Looks like the horse is just standing there, but it's actually bringing in a pentacle. See, these are things that you've been enlightened about. So you've been kind of slowing down your own progress as far as finding a very grounded, happy, loving relationship. I'm taking out an angel card. Yes, I am. Let's find out what your guardian angels and spirit guides have to say about this reading. Whoa, you had a card flip out. That rarely happens with these. Okay. Let's find out. It may or may not have to do with this reading. Maybe something I haven't covered. It's called Embrace Those Around You. Now I'm going to read this card to you. It's card number 5, if that means anything to you. This is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. You are definitely going through a change here in your life, for the better, that I can see. So Taurus, this was your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.